My mother used to tell me stories about Shiffin 9, about its dusty surface and volatile storms, about the people who lived there in the old days, long before the formation of the galactic hub. They lived in the dust, with great cities thriving, a utopia, for they held the source of creation in a box never meant to be opened, for what was inside could drive one mad. Two F2D. No. 2F251F. No again. Input lead error, no finalized connection. 2F2F. Wrong input. Try it on 2F12F, then continue through. Stand by. Coming to standby position. Connection established. Maintaining information flow. Processing and correcting for abnormalities now. Switching on full relic analysis. It seems to have leveled out. What in the Atlas was that? It came from over the hill. I am investigating. Please be careful. Maintain a safe distance. Get Copal on the long-range communicator immediately. What was the noise? I don't know.
Kortz Dallem. It's been too long. Haven't seen you since university. I have something to discuss with you.
Krell Major. Old friend, scoundrel. Please, come on in. Make yourself at home.
So wait, your thesis wasn't accepted?
No, not at all.
I thought it read well. What was the reasoning behind it?
They said it was littered with inaccuracies based on common knowledge of Shiffin 9. No proof of ancient advanced civilizations.
Not too kind in their analysis, I see.
And that's why I ended up here at the Titan Kemp wreckage.
Interesting. You ever seriously consider leaving? Packing up, start a new life? I got connections. I'd be happy to help you out.
And do what? Construction in some hub world city? I'll be honest, Krell. You take me for a very different kind of Gek. A Gek I used to be, but no longer.
I'm actually working at a dig site. A really old archaeological site. Financed by Govu Kopel and on Shiffin 9. Kopel wants an expert on civilizations on the planet. I figured that would be you. It pays good, and you get to finally find out if your thesis was true. It's your choice. But I figured you're the best Gek for the job. So what do you say?
How much does it pay?
This is the place. I'd come in with you, but he said to send you in alone. You know Kopel.
I do. Wish me luck, Krell. Your friend says you're knowledgeable on civilizations of dead worlds. Is this true? I know some... Come in, sit. Don't stand over there looming. Kortz Dallem. Your friend told me about you. Tell me, what do you know of Shiffin 9? Only a little. Ah, that's not what I heard. Or read. So tell me your knowledge of the dusty world. The one wrote about in your thesis. Hireling. Why don't you tell me what this is about first? Smart. Never give it up too easily. Let's cut to the chase. I have a crew and a dig site on Shiffin 9, on property no one has interest in. I need someone to see exactly what has been found there, and its monetary worth. Go to Shiffin 9, do that for me, evaluate the findings, catalog, and I might even... oh, I don't know. Forget about your father's debt, on top of full payment. What do you say, Mr. Dallem?
I agree.
Wonderful. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some deals I must finalize in the new hub capital. Get on your way. Time is of the essence, hireling. Oh, and tell your father I say hello next time you see him.
Hey, Dad. Glad you're out here.
Son, to what do I owe the pleasure? Damon, nice to see you, sir. We're here for supplies and then we're heading off.
Well, let's get out of this storm at the shop. I'll get you sorted out. And I swear, since the new capital vote, business ain't what it used to be. Not as many out-of-system travelers, but I make do. At least the university still brings in students in the school season.
That's good, at least. I worry about you, Dad.
Oh, I'm fine as ever. Gualva Sigma never was the prettiest capital, but it's home. There are worse places in this system alone, that I can promise.
So, Dad, I wanted to tell you more about the job opportunity.
Now,
I'm
before
taking
you
with
ask, no, I can't come along. This old Geck's gotta hold the fort down here.
Dad, I mean, who I'm working for. This could really help you.
I mean, really, this old back can barely lift a hydrogen canister these days. You can't talk me into it, son, I promise you.
Dad, I'm going to Shiffin 9, under employment by Govu Kopel.
Govu Kopel? Son, that Geck swindled me out of almost everything I own. He's a lowlife to the lowest degree.
He's also paying good money, and it's in a field I studied in. My education can finally be put to use. I figured you'd be happy for me for that.
It's not that I'm not happy, I'm worried. I don't want you to go down the same path I did. Dealing with lone Gecks and pirates.
Well, I think I'm a smarter judge of character than you, I guess.
Being a good judge of character won't help you when you're double-crossed by those you trust. I've seen a lot, son, far more than I've told you. All I ask is for you to be careful, trust your instincts, and when you're done, come back to me. Just remember, when you're in the dark, hold on to those you trust. Not just common trust, trust with your life. Understand, Cordy?
Don't call me Cordy, Dad.
Well, it's been a nice shop. I'll take the supplies back to the ship. I'll meet you there.
I'm gonna do something great, Dad. Just you watch me.
I never doubted that, son. Not for 1 minute. Please, come home to me.
Krell has at last returned. Do you think he actually had connections to an expert?
That has yet to be seen. Grah! Krell, where have you been? The expedition has to be postponed thanks to you. Grah! This is unprofessional behavior.
Relax, Unok. Was bringing a friend. A friend Kopel wanted here. Remember who's paying us.
You never mentioned your friend was a Gek. I expected a historian to be Korvax.
It's good to meet you, sir. I hope my knowledge can be helpful to
Shut up. Wait until we're all together. I don't want to hear this twice. Grah!
To put simply, with all other workers gone, we are left with a lot of cleanup to do. On the subject of this relic, it seems to be operating as some kind of opening switch for something, frankly, much larger. We hope, perhaps, you can shed some light on the subject.
I can do my best. You mentioned the other workers left?
Superstitious of the tomb.
Yes, the tomb. They didn't want to stay after we unearthed it. Said it would bring death to any who enter.
As good as talk is, I think we need to just show Kortz the tomb. What we actually found. I mean, I couldn't believe it till I saw it, and I still doubt my own eyes. What do you say, Captain?
I can show him, if you allow it, Captain.
Take the hireling up the hill.
Have you ever seen anything in the galaxy so mysterious?
And that just raised out of the ground? I never knew where their temples went. They buried them.
The workers called it a basilisk. Said it would freeze any Korvax who entered. That's why they left.
Morning, Krell. What are you up to?
Doing final checks on the Colossus, making sure all the hydraulics are operating.
It's quite the machine. Never been this close to one. You operate it?
Grah! Sure do. She's my baby.
What's up with the captain? Why is he so aggressive?
I mean, besides him being a pretty typical Viking, no, he fought in the Second New Lenin War. Had a whole side of his brain replaced with machinery. I knew him before, and it affected him. But he's always been aggressive, especially to non-Viking life forms.
I did notice, yeah. Well, hopefully it doesn't cause any
Krell,
issues.
have you checked the front servos yet?
I almost forgot entirely. Thanks, Iva. I'll get right on that.
I have been wondering, if all other Korvax left, why did you stay?
My need for answers overrules my need for safety. To put simply, I'm abnormal.
Come on, we're burning daylight. Grah!
What can you tell me about the people who built this, Kortz?
I always theorized that they were more advanced than we assumed. There's a legend about the box of creation. Some kind of replicator tech, maybe.
That's fascinating. Is that what you think is at the pyramid?
I have no idea. I gave up on the idea I could have been right a long time ago. Now everything's turned upside down.
Well, whatever we find there, I hope we can work together, in spite of our people's history. For science and knowledge.
Prep yourselves, science grunts. We're here. Now everyone, check your multi-tools before we investigate.
Check's done.
Check's done.
Check's
I
done.
would hope a historian would have a more advanced multi-tool. Grah!
Working at a wreckage colony before here, and this is what I was assigned, but the other
Just don't let your weak multi-tool get anyone killed, hireling. Grah! Hiva, you're with me.
I swear I'm trying with him.
Like I said, it ain't you. Don't take it personal. Come over here. Do a molecular scan on the shell.
Titanium, lead, and other trace metals. Strong, impossible to break through.
Whoever built this wanted it secure. From both sides.
And signals wouldn't get outside the shell.
Hireling, Major, anything on your end?
Nothing yet, Captain. We'll radio if anything changes.
This thing is absolutely massive. What exactly are we looking for? It's just a big triangle.
Not sure, but I think I see something a little further that way. Captain, we found an entrance.
Have you ever seen architecture quite like this before, Kortz?
Not quite. Similar, but nothing exactly like this.
Quite peculiar.
Very indeed.
Alright, and we have light. Set up camp here. What's next, Captain? Next is we check this area. I won't camp somewhere without checking it's safe.
What's the danger? This place seems long abandoned.
We don't know what could be down there. Not to mention the other hallway. I'll check this way. Hireling, make yourself useful.
On it, Captain. That jerk of a Viking. Go check it, hireling.
Stay Stay alert. I hear something. We aren't alone.
Captain, stand by, I'm en route.
Your friend is very lucky I missed. I never miss.
So that's it. Hallways that go in a circle and nothing else.
Like I said originally, a
I
tomb.
don't know if it is a tomb. It's missing something tombs have.
Stories. I noticed when we got here. No stories on the walls. No writing, no indication of who's buried here. Without that, it's a tomb with no purpose.
Maybe there's other passageways further inside. They might have stories, tell you who died here. We'll need a whole team for something like that, though.
I say this. We stay the night here, head back to the dig site in the morning. Tell Copel we need more life forms for the job. Grah! Tents don't set themselves up.
I haven't found them on the east side of the pyramid.
So that's it? Hiva just left?
No, I don't think so. They had no reason to just leave. We talked and they didn't seem interested in leaving.
Well, maybe the captain found something. He was checking different stuff than us. Let's get out of this weather. Go check.
Yeah, you're right.
Anything to report, hireling?
Not a thing. No sign of them outside. The Colossus hasn't even been touched since we moved it closer to the entrance last night. Only place we haven't checked is down the hallways.
I already did.
What? This isn't possible. It was a hallway yesterday. I walked down it myself.
Well, somehow it isn't now. It must be where Hiva went. Krell, use caution. Grah! It's just stairs, Unok. Relax. Hiva probably found them this morning.
I'm right behind you, Krell.
After you, historian. In front of the hireling, you will address me as Captain Lorne. Remember your oath to the Viking Empire. We are Viking first.
I'm remembering who's financing this expedition. We have a job to do, and I'm doing it. I can't believe it. It's some kind of a machine. An old machine.
What are we dealing with?
Wait. Maybe we don't mess with the machine?
I know what I'm doing, hireling. Best stay out of my way.
Captain Lorne, I'd advise listening to Kortz.
So quickly you are to forget our conversations. See? Nothing.
Captain! Krill the captain!
I know. I say we go back and call for help.
The captain will think that's a weak way to do it. I say we go down after him. Use our jetpacks to break our fall.
That seems like a crazy idea.
Well, maybe I am a little crazy.
Kortz, damn you. Copy. Who's with me?
Krill Major checking in. Kortz Dallem checking in.
Hey, are you hurt, Captain? I'm just fine. Oh, good. We were worried there for a minute, huh? Weren't we, Kortz? Kortz?
What is all this stuff? This machinery?
Well, I guess we aren't getting out the way we came in. The entrance closed behind us. Grah! Worst case scenario. But I'm prepared for worst case scenarios. What can you gather, hireling?
Well, this is some kind of pressurized pipe for liquids. Connects to this canister tank here. And there's a small tap.
Let me see this. Huh. From what I can tell, it's coolant. Computer coolant. Computer coolant. In a tank in a pyramid. That is extremely strange. I mean, I'm sure it's what it is, but I can't imagine why it would be here. Or why anything here is here.
There's tanks on all sides. Same machinery. More tanks. And most threatening, the furnace. I'm glad we came down here. This is a huge breakthrough.
So, you and Krell did come down here on purpose, and it was your idea, instead of going for help.
It was my idea.
Kortz just went along with it.
We can't change the situation now. We just have to find another way out.
Let us waste no more of our valuable time.
Thanks for doing that.
Don't mention it. He just needs to calm down. We'll find a way out. We've been going in circles. We should try to backtrack.
No, we can't give up on finding Hiva. I have a feeling they're down here. Let's keep moving this way. Hiva? Hello? Hiva? Guys, I found Hiva!
Kortz, don't just run off!
What the?
Whoa, okay, what? This is surprising.
I can't believe what I'm looking at here. They really were technologically advanced.
I agree, and furthermore, I feel like we're going the right direction. I mean, I'm just some grunt Viking, but this seems like the right way. Like where Hiva would have gone.
I agree. Let's keep searching. Okay. Now what's this?
Wait, I've seen similar tech to this. Nanobots. Tiny little things, doing tiny little repairs. Why is there a room of them in a pyramid? Kortz, you want to give it a scan?
Huh. They're processors. And a lot of other computer parts. Probably what was getting cooled using that coolant from earlier.
What are you thinking, Captain? I say we continue. How big could this place even be?
Look, an exit. Finally, a way out.
That computer room was much larger than I expected. We must be getting close to Hiva by now.
These are some monster doors.
Huh? Hey guys, I think I see Hiva inside here.
Here, let me see if I can't get it open. Perfect.
Okay. I'll bite. What is that thing, Kortz?
It's the box of creation. It's real.
And Hiva looks to be plugged into it with some kind of headset.
Here, my multi-tool's the weakest. I'll see if I can't get it off without injuring him.
Kortz? Krell? Unok? What are you all... How did
Well, we followed you here.
I don't remember coming here. But I've learned a lot being connected to the box, including what it's used for.
I always assumed it was replicator tech.
It's far from it. The people of Shiffin 9 built the box, but not to replicate. To imprison. Hold and harness something else's power. What's in the box is something old and ancient. And because of its imprisonment, angry.
What's in the box, Hiva?
They worshipped it at one point, but now it wishes for revenge. Revenge on life itself. The people used to shove sacrifices into the furnaces to, in a way, force-feed the being to create what they wanted. She's been here a long time. She's waited, and she's hungry. But I know a way to sink the pyramid. I can do it at the dig site.
This is wrong. This is too powerful for anyone to have. This is...
It's perfect. A perfect weapon. What do you mean, Captain? I mean an opportunity, Krell. For the Viking Empire. Power beyond belief. Captain, I hear you, but I agree with Hiva and Kortz. This is too much power. I'm sorry, Unok. I can't go along with that. Captain Lorne. What are you... Ah!
Krell!
Run! Go! Get out now! You won't get out before they do. If Hiva can sink this place, you're done for. The Viking Empire will never get this machine. You're just an underling, trying to prove your worth. You have no way out of here. Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Kortz, I must tell you, when I was connected to the box, I figured out how to navigate our way out. A mental map of this place. I just have to get out to sink this place. The being. It wants to be released. Have revenge on life itself.
Well, we aren't letting that happen. Hiva, we can get out of here. We just have to retrace our steps. Come on.
There's something I didn't tell you, Kortz. While connected, the being, it won't let me leave here.
What? What do you mean? Yes, you can.
My mechanical mind isn't like your biological one. I've been reprogrammed by it. Basilisk freezes you like stone. I finally understand.
Well, how can I leave without you? How do I sink the pyramid?
Take this. It's a copy of my own mind. It doesn't have a lot of power, but you should be able to plug it into the interface at the dig site. That will sink the pyramid.
Hiva, I don't want to leave you here.
Kortz, I'm afraid you must.
I still don't know the way out. I can't just leave without you.
Go down this way. Look for a staircase. Then 2 left turns and another staircase. That will take you out.
Okay. Hey, Hiva. Thank you.
Thank you, Kortz Dallem.
It's gone. It's gone. do remember you by Krell and Hiva.
Stop right there, hireling. This ends here.
How did you get out?
The box, its power, can teleport if given the right sacrifice.
How could you?
Krell was a weak Vy'keen, and the weak must be removed from the whole for the good of the Empire. It's what he could never understand, what you can never understand.
I'm alive. How am I alive?
He clearly was corrupted by the Basilisk.
Hiva, you're talking from the ship. How?
The copy. The ship's power source kept it going. I hope that's not an inconvenience.
No. Far from it. This is the final message to Govu Kopel about evaluation of dig site assets. Nothing of interest was found. Just an empty, already raided tomb. Hiva Sortis, Krell Major, and Unok Lorn died in a tunnel collapse. It's recommended no one return to the site. Signing off, Kortz Dallem.